Y'all, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. God damn. Happy Friday, man. Shit. Welcome to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. After having gone through a situation I just dealt with, I got to thinking of, you know, a good top 10 countdown topic for my next piece. And I came up with this 10 things every black American man should know before marrying somebody from another country. Okay? 10 things every black American man should know before going and marrying somebody from another country. Because you can wind up married to somebody from another country in many different ways. Two of the most popular ways is being a passport bro or being a mail order bride ass nigga. Those are just two ways. You know what I'm saying? But you being, you believe you love somebody. So it is what it is because, love has a way of making two people believe that they can overcome anything. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that shit, sometimes it's true. Sometimes it is true. Love can overcome a lot of shit, but love don't always erase culture. And love doesn't erase family expectations, and immigration laws, or the way different societies look at marriage altogether. You dig me? So I'm going to speak directly to black men who might be thinking about marrying somebody from someplace else. Because I did. I went offshore to find my wife. And I ain't telling you not to do it. But I'm just telling you, before you go into it with your eyes wide open and kind of know what to expect. So here's my list of 10 things you need to be aware of. Number one, love doesn't eliminate cultural differences. That's number one. Two black people can have completely different views of marriage if they grew up in different countries. You dig me? Never assume that just because y'all skin is the same color, y'all culture is shared because it's not. Number two, learn her country's gender roles. You know what I'm saying? Some cultures expect the husband to make every motherfucking decision. In other cultures, you know what I'm saying, it's an equal partnership. Neither is right or wrong. It's just the thing to do is make sure you know and you both agree before the marriage. You know what I'm saying? What the other person's role is going to be. Number three, immigration is not romance. Marriage is one thing. Immigration law, something completely different. It's very expensive. Very expensive. Understand sponsorship and responsibility and the paperwork and the interview process and the timelines. Understand all that shit before you get too far into it. You got to start researching that shit early. You dig me? Number four, you marry her family too. In many cultures, especially the Philippines, I had a good Filipino friend I used to work with. She used to tell me stuff. But in the Philippines, you marry the family too. In many cultures, the family, they got a lot more influence over what happens than here in the States. You know what I'm saying? Their opinions, they matter a lot more than you might expect. So you marry the family too. Number five, talk about money early. Talk about money early. You know what I'm saying? Are people gonna be expecting help from you? That's another thing that you get into some of them Asian societies, and that's what's expected. Uh, how you gonna do y'all's budget? You know, how do you look at debt versus how she looks at debt. How does she feel about investing? Does she own any property now? You dig me? You got to be honest about that type of shit. Number 6, you got to be honest about perceptions. Now, this is a big one, number 6. You got to be honest about perceptions, because black people from around the world, they got a certain perception about black Americans. And all they know about us is what they see on TV. And all they see on TV is the negative shit. They see the extremes. They see Jay-Z and they see the proverbial Pookies and Ray Rays and Shaniquas. They don't see the millions of people in the middle. That's us. You dig me? So you got to be clear about perceptions. You know what I'm saying? Don't ignore stereotypes. Talk about that shit. You dig me? Because everybody from around the world got certain things that people believe about them that ain't nowhere near being true. And we are no different. Number seven. Decide where home gonna be. Y'all gonna live in the States or y'all gonna live in her country? Because if y'all gonna live in her country, then you got to do all that motherfucking paperwork and shit. That affects your careers, your retirement, your Social Security, your children, your grandchildren, all that. You got to make a decision as to where y'all gonna live. And speaking of children, number 8, you got to talk about children. Now, if you're in my age group, you don't have to talk about children, but you can. I mean, your children probably be grown, but you got to discuss children, religion, culture, discipline, and identity if you're going to have children with them. And, you know, you got a whole different culture y'all looking at. Y'all got to have these conversations early. Y'all got to get this shit out the way early, or it's going to come back up later. Number 9. Don't ignore red flags. Number 9 is very important. Motherfuckers do this shit. Don't ignore red flags. You know why? Because red flags tell you excitement can hide motherfucking problems. You know what I mean? Them little white lies and mixed up stories she be telling. Don't ignore that shit. Slow your ass down. Pay attention. Don't ignore red flags. And last but not least, number 10, you marry character. You don't marry her passport. You don't marry her accent. You don't marry her education. None of that shit matters as much as what? Honesty, kindness, loyalty, and integrity. So that's who you marry. You marrying character, not her beauty. So a successful international marriage isn't just built because two people come from different places. It's because they're willing to understand each other, you know, completely, and understand each other's, you know, whole self and where you come from and who you connected to. So that's how I feel about what you should know before you run your ass out there and marry somebody from a whole nother country. All right? So thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. I will have a part 2 to this lecture in my next video. You dig me? But y'all see it down there somewhere in the description. But anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that y'all know when I'm ready to do this thing again. TC, and I'm out. Peace.